Some context: I'm a 19-year-old college student, and earlier this past year I decided to create a Grindr profile because why the hell not? I'm single and I may as well be a dumb college student while I'm a dumb college student. My friends and I were studying late one night in their dorm room like always. All of my close friends lived together in the dorm, so their lounge was the primary hangout spot. It was a little after midnight and I went on Grindr. At this point I had been on the app for about 2 months and had gone on a fair amount of dates by this point. When I opened the app I had received a message from a guy. I don't remember his name, so I'll just continue to refer to him as the guy. I clicked on his profile and it was a pretty cute guy. He had a shirtless picture, which is common, and he was attractive enough for me to get more information on him. His caption read, "In town for work." I read his bio and he explained that he was in town for work, that he was staying at a nearby hotel and was able to host visitors there. I replied to his message and began the typical Grindr talk. "How are you? What are you into? Can you host?" etc. After talking for about a half hour or so and exchanging pictures, we agreed to meet. I must say that I did not get any indication that this guy was a catfish or I was talking to someone who wasn't who they said they were. It's usually pretty obvious when someone isn't who they say they are. That's what I told myself, at least whenever I decide to meet up with a guy. I always tell one of my friends and then share my location with them. I do this and then I head out. The hotel was about 10 minutes away from my university. As I was driving there, the guy messaged me and asked, "Hey, so my business partner might come back soon. Would it be cool if we did stuff in your car?" Not an unusual request to engage in car play, but I did start to be a bit suspicious. Why would his business partner be out this late? Yet again here I was out this late, so I brushed it off and continued making my way to the hotel. I arrived to the hotel and I would say it was about 1 a.m. at this point. I looked at my phone again and I had received another message from the guy. He said, "Pull around to the back of the hotel." I drove into the parking lot and made my way to the back of hotel, past the pool. This is when things started to get weird. As I pulled into the back of this hotel parking lot, I noticed a guy in a red hoodie in between some cars. Assuming it was the guy I had been messaging, I pulled into one of the spots underneath a light post, about 20 feet in front of a dumpster that sat in the corner of the parking lot. By this point, the guy in the red hoodie had gone out of sight. I instinctually clicked on the button to lock my doors. I checked the app and received another message from the guy that said, "Pull back next to the dumpster." I assumed that since I was underneath the light, he was worried that we'd be caught if a guest or hotel staff saw us. At this point, I started to get a bit sketched out, but I figured that maybe my anxiety was just getting the best of me. I put my car into reverse and pulled back next to the dumpster and put my car in park. At this point, I'm scanning the parking lot for this guy and don't see anyone. No sight of the guy in the red hoodie either. I feel my heart rate suddenly increase and I begin getting cold sweats. Maybe I shouldn't have driven out here, I remember thinking to myself. Then I checked the app again and I received another message from the guy, "Turn your car off and get into the back seat, okay?" It is at this point that my fight or flight response kicked in because, without thinking, I immediately turned my car on and hauled ass out of there. I sped out of that parking lot as fast as my poor 04 car could go. I didn't even stop to check for incoming traffic when I pulled out of the parking lot and onto the main road. I drove about 2 miles up the road away from the hotel and pulled into a McDonald's parking lot. At this point I'm trembling, but I'm thinking maybe I just overreacted. I checked the app again to see if the guy messaged me anything I was expecting, a WTF, and the messages from guy were gone. I'm assuming he blocked me, which leads me to believe that whatever he had planned was not good at all. Was he trying to jump me? Steal my car? Or maybe something worse? Needless to say, I deleted the app after this incident. To everyone who uses any sort of dating app, be careful who you meet, where you meet, and just take precautions. Our parents told us never to talk to strangers for a reason.